Hello, everyone, and especially my 19 subscribers. I really hope that my subscriber count is off because I am filming this a little bit in advance just to try and make my 2020 challenge a little bit easier on me. Today we are starting a new Sim series. The series we are starting today, I'm actually hoping will become a larger collection for the year. The collection being nostalgia games in The Sims, and I will explain the storyline a little bit more in the next episode. But today we are going to build The Sims and build their house, and we'll actually start the storyline next episode. I want the episodes for these to be about 10 to 15 episodes long, and the first series in this collection will be Spyro, Enter the Sims. I will note right now that I am pretty much focusing this series just with lore and canon of the original three games. So I know that, like Bianca and Hunter have a thing going on. I'm not really going to acknowledge that in this specific series. I might a little bit later on, but it's not canonized at this point in the game. And, other characters later on, and I know that some of the looks have changed. We're just not really going to acknowledge those for the purposes just of this series. So let's get to designing Spyro. All right, so this is Spyro. Now, Spyro is classically known as, the purple little guy. So I've decided to give him a nice little purple ensemble. I liked the hoodie look because even though it's not yellow, it still kind of creates that different color striped right down the middle with his gray shirt and his gray zipper, which is pretty similar to his, belly look that he's got going on. His yellow spikes, I just had to give him blonde hair for that. Yeah, pretty basic. He also does have really defined eyebrows. So I decided to give him, a little bit more defined features around the eyes. The traits that I chose for him was childish, because according to his wiki page, he is young at heart. I chose outgoing because he's adventurous, and self assured because if you hear him talk about Nasty Norc or any of the other villains in all of the games, he's pretty darn sure of himself. His aspiration is a collector because, according to his wiki, Sparks and Spyro go across the worlds collecting rare items, which is very prevalent in all of the games. So next, we're going to go ahead and move on to Hunter. So I'll go ahead and give him a quick build, and I'll talk to you afterwards. All right, so this is Hunter. Hunter has a sort of yellowish, orangish color, obviously because he's a cheetah. And unfortunately, I don't really have skin that matches that super well, so I just went with sort of like an off pale. He has green eyes, a nice goatee. Typically, he's obviously seen naked, but there is a picture of him. When he's skateboarding, where he has like these nice baggy jeans. So I figured shirtless with jeans probably hits the nail on the head with how he would dress. I also decided to give him tattoos just to try and do the whole spotted look on him. His traits, I chose active because according to his wiki, he is physically talented, which we obviously see when he is, skateboarding and all of the insane stuff that he does. He is a bro because he's a very loyal friend. He's outgoing because he has many friends across the world. I'm not going to say most, a fair few of the challenges that arise, the little side missions, are from Hunter having his various many friends need help, which also leads to his aspiration. His aspiration is a party animal. All right, and next is his love interest, which we are not acknowledging at this point in time yet, Bianca. All right, and this is Bianca. Bianca's appearance is obviously she's a bunny. She has blonde hair with bangs, more of a cream colored skin, blue eyes with a lot of purple eyeshadow. She wears a shoulderless dress. I know this kind of has straps, but it was pretty darn close, I felt. She wears an orange belt and orange boots. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a belt with any of the dresses, but I got the orange boots pretty darn close. And they actually looks like they go up to about her knees, and these ones go up about halfway up her calf. Her traits are bookworm because she's a sorcery student, clumsy because her spells don't always work out quite right, hence, when she tries to enchant Spyro's ability to breathe fire, and it just doesn't always quite work. And she's athletic because the first time that we are even introduced to her, she is stealing dragon eggs and is so fast that she can outrun Hunter. And a bunny that can outrun a cheetah must be pretty physically gifted. And her aspiration is successful lineage because she started doing magic when she saw that her own realm was dying. At least the magic in her realm was dying. And later on in the game, after she sort of realizes what the evil sorceress is up to, she realizes that she doesn't want to separate baby dragons from their parents and, wants everyone to be together. All right, next is Zoe. Zoe is the nice little fairy that is the save point and tutorial guide for Spyro. All right, and this is Zoe. I forgot to add in the traits right here. You'll see them a little bit later. But her traits are genius because she's a tutorial tool, good because she's a fairy and most fairies are just instantly classified as good, and she is cheerful. Her aspiration is to be a Renaissance simp because, she's pretty multi-talented in everything because, as a tutorial guide, she's obviously at least knowledgeable in all areas. And next is going to be the little yellow guy himself, Sparks. Sparks is the dragonfly that follows Spyro around. It is canonized that he is Spyro's adopted brother, and actually that is either in the second or third game that that's explained. So that is going to be canonized for this series. All right. So Sparks' physical appearance is just yellow with big eyes and black irises. I mean, pretty simple. I made him pretty darn skinny, gave him a nice yellow jumpsuit, blonde hair, pretty like pale yellow skin, and yellow boots. I also gave him the stripes on his pants that are multicolored. That way it kind of matches his wings a little bit. The traits that I gave him are family oriented because he's very protective of his brother. He's a foodie because he requires Spyro to eat butterflies to regain his protective strength. So essentially that means that he needs Spyro to eat. That way he feels good. And I feel like foodies like when people eat their food. He's also a bro, obviously, because he's Spyro's adopted brother. I know it's not quite what a real like bro means, but for the purposes of this, I'm just gonna roll with it. His aspiration is also curator, just like Spyro, for the same reason. He collects stuff with Spyro. All right, so these are our characters. Let's go through them one more time, just real quick. All right, we've got Spyro. I also like that his outfit's like pretty youthful. We have Hunter. I changed Hunter up a little bit actually, because the picture of him in his jeans, he had a belt And then I thought the tattoos were like a cool idea to put spots on him, but then I saw this shirt, which just looks like it's almost exactly his leopard print. So I just decided to go with this instead. I think it fits him a little bit better. I just think it fits him a little bit better. Next is Bianca. Yep, just nice short dress. I am going to turn her into a witch. I don't have the Witches and Warlocks expansion pack, but I'm going to just use the mod. And then we have Zoe. Zoe looks like she's like down to party, ready, good to go. And finally, Sparks, the little guy. Perfect. That is the family, everyone all together to embark on this new adventure. But no adventure is complete without a residence. So let's head over and I'm going to build them a home. It's going to be a little dinky. Yeah, let's just see what we can make on a budget. All right. So here's the house. Now, I'm not a huge fan of cheats, so I didn't use the mother load or anything like that. This is just what I could do on the budget that I was given. All right, so we have a nice first floor. We have an entryway bathroom, 2 stairs heading up. This will eventually become like the living room area. I created a nice dining and kitchen space, enough space for them all to eat. I even tried to make it kind of nice to where it's like you could enter the kitchen and cater and whatever to the dining room, or you can just head straight to the kitchen in a different hallway. All right, upstairs I have the girls' rooms side by side, nothing really in them yet except for just beds, basic necessities. There are bathrooms on either side of Hunter's room. Hunter, just a very basic room. And then we have the brothers' room, Spyro and Sparks. And that's about it for the moment. Hopefully it'll end up looking cooler because these Sims will have jobs and, obviously be just doing stuff. But I'll get to the storyline a little bit later. All right, and with that, I will go ahead and end it here. If you made it this far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me how you like the characters and how they came out, or how you would make them different. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.